Hello, hello, darlings.
Hi. Mika, I just realized that part of the reason why I like this background music so much is because it reminds me a lot of the background music from Nubby's Number Factory. But I realize that saying that doesn't mean anything to you because you don't know it's like a newer indie game. But it's just like there's something about it. Yeah, again, it's called Nubby's Number Factory. Well, I'll send it to you after the pod.
Cool. I have no idea what that is.
I just want to let you know I was kind of meditating on it.
Oh, okay. Fun.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any cold open or?
Yes. So something really fucked up happened today that I'm so excited you asked me about. So as we all know, as in everybody in this call all know, I cold turkeyed Zyn pouches a few days ago.
You did. Yeah.
Because I don't want my gums to recede, because my gums are already prone to receding, and I already had gum surgery a few years ago, and I don't really want to need a gum graft every 5 years because it sucked so bad.
Yeah.
Except upside to that, the roof of my mouth is like half smooth. Isn't that crazy? Touch your tongue to the roof of your mouth. There's ridges on it, right?
Yeah.
The whole roof of my mouth used to be like that. Now, only the left half of it is like that because I had to take off some of the right side and then it healed up. That's crazy. It never even occurred to me to wish that the roof of my mouth was a little smoother, but I actually do like that perk. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So I don't want gum surgery again, even though the smooth roof is nice. So I quit Zins, right?
Sure.
This morning, I went and I put on my little shorts because I was driving our mom home from the mechanics.
Yeah.
And in the pocket of my shorts was a tin of fucking Zyn pouches. And I thought I knew for a fact where every single tin was because I have a radar for it because I was addicted to them.
Oh, a radar.
Well, yes. So I knew which ones were in my bag. I knew which ones were in my purse. I knew which ones were in my car. I knew if I had ones in my desk at fucking work or wherever. I don't recall ever leaving a pair or leaving a tin of Zyns in my little shorts. So what do? Well, I take one just to check if they still have any appeal. And then I put it in, listen to me, and then I put it in the glove compartment of my car. And then I was driving my mommy home, and then I was like, open up the glove compartment and take the tin of Zyns out. Will you throw them away for me? And she cracks up, and she does it, because I knew, even if I change my fucking mind, she's not going to give them back to me.
No.
And then the one that was in my mouth didn't feel very good. I think that they changed the way that they were manufacturing them because they got harder to ignore, like on my gums. And maybe it's just because I've been irritating the fuck out of my gums from using them so often, which
probably.
is also highly likely.
Yeah.
So yeah, I passed the test that the universe gave me, the test of the mystery Zyns. It was like, you think you got this? Do you think? Let's make sure. And that was, I think, unwarranted, but appreciated overall. It's a good sign for my progression.
Yeah.
Everyone say, good job, Stevie. Please.
Yeah. I will say, the universe is really fucking big on testing us. It's gender swap. Yeah, that's right. I could segue off of anything. Welcome to Gender Swap, a podcast by two transgender siblings. I'm one of your hosts. Wait, no, I'm not going to forget this time. I'm going to do it right. Okay. Welcome to Gender Swap, a podcast by two transgender siblings, one of whom has fucked up this intro like 3 fucking times.
Yeah, I forgot how it went.
God damn it, she's gonna get it right this time. And the other one is Stevie. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Mika. My pronouns are she, her.
Good job, Mika. And thank you, Alex, the actor in chat, for congratulating me and saying good job, Stevie, which Mika didn't do, even though I explicitly requested it. So, okay. Let's just remember that there is a page in my baby book that recounts me having successfully peed in the potty during my potty training phase, following my mom around going, you pow me? You pow me? You pow me? Waiting for her to turn around and say, I'm proud of you, and then I'd fuck off. Holy, that need runs deep. That's crazy.
You are in the zodiac. You're a
Leo.
Not a Leo. You're a Virgo.
Leo, Sun, Taurus, Moon, Cancer, Rising.
Okay, you are Leo. Yeah. Commonly known as the neediest of signs.
The attention.
The one that really wants the
The attention.
The attention and all that.
And then the Taurus moon makes it complicated because I also want to be comfy. So it's like I want everyone to look at me, but I never want to step out of my comfort zone. Can everyone just start appreciating my comfort zone, perhaps?
Yeah, I was going to say, in my case, being Taurus, I'm big on comfort. Mm-hmm. I'm big on nice things.
Oh, yes.
I'm also very stubborn, particularly when I know that I'm fucking right.
This is true. Do you want to tell the audience about some things you're right about right now?
I'm right about so many things. Goodness. And meanwhile, my wife, she's a Scorpio.
Love. And then your dogs take after you, I believe.
Yes. My older dog is a Scorpio. Same birthday as my wife. Love. And the younger dog, Maud, she is also a Taurus. The same birthday as me.
That's adorable. Y'all didn't even do that on purpose?
We didn't. It just kind of worked out that way.
That's really cute. That's extremely adorable. Oh, that's really cute. And Maud is super anxious. So it does make sense to me that she needs everything to be just right all the time as a Taurus.
She is very anxious. But what's really funny is apparently in all of the zodiac romance, whatever bullshit. Do you know what 2 of the most compatible signs are?
Is it Taurus and Scorpio?
Taurus and Scorpio.
That's adorable. I love that.
Because the Scorpio runs on vengeance and being very combative, you could say. So sure, you need the Taurus to kind of like counterbalance,
keep you grounded,
keep her grounded. But I tend to be very comfortable and not liking to move outside of my comfort zone.
So
but my Scorpio wife
makes that happen.
Makes it happen.
That's smart. I'm looking at what Leo is supposed to be paired with, and it's pissing me off. Libra. My Libra ex pissed me the fuck off. Libras are obsessed with thinking that they're like balanced and like have good judgment. No, you bitches are obsessed with people thinking that that's the case. You are not level behind the scenes. You're just obsessed with making people think that you're correct all the time. Anyway, Sagittarius, different ex was a Sagittarius. Never dated a Gemini, and I've never dated an Aries. I don't know anything about those last 2.
I was married to an Aries.
That didn't pan out.
No.
At all.
Turns out the Aries-Taurus combination is one of the worst.
Oh, that tracks.
Yeah, but what do you expect when you hook up with someone whose sign is basically the war god? Hey, speaking of shit that's fucked up like war, Stevie.
Okay. Oh, yeah?
Here comes the news.
Love the Enderman news drop.
It is a lot of fun. So, as our listeners know, typically in the news section, we do our best to have a range of things to talk about because there's a lot going on in the world. The world is large. Many things happen.
So topics-wise, we try to spread out.
We do. Not this week.
Okay.
There's a lot happening to a very specific group of people that Stevie and I are a part of. And you may think to yourself, my gods, what's going on with the podcasters? And you would be wrong. It is not actually the podcasters at risk. The podcasters are
what's being done to white
largely
podcasters?
Let's face it. Things have never been better for podcasters. They're fucking everywhere like roaches.
Apparently it doesn't mean that the economy for them is good. Apparently the ad economy for podcasters is in shambles.
Whatever. We never did ads. I don't.
We wouldn't know.
I had no clue about that. Although we have gotten emails. I've gotten so many emails. I got one the other day where some fucker was all like,
"You're doing the voice." Yeah.
I would like to be on your podcast because I work with AI agentic agents.
Die.
We make
Die.
Thanks. And I feel that
Die. Shut up.
my
Shut up. No one gives a
expertise
fuck. No one even fucking
in
cares. Who are
AI
you?
would be
Shut the
perfect
fuck up.
for your
Silence.
podcast that
Who gives a fuck
regularly
about you?
shits on AI.
Shut the fuck. Yeah, so obviously you don't even listen to our content, you fake fucking fan. Yeah, a lot of people want to use like AI to create a merch store for us. And like, do you think I'm stupid? What are you talking about? This is gonna be the most low effort slop in the entire world. Whatever.
Seriously. Also, Alex in chat, you are correct.
Why would they bother?
LMFAO. And yeah, why would they even?
Yeah, why would they even bother?
Yeah, it's very obvious that they used AI
Right.
to scrape a bunch of podcast names, and then they used AI to make the email that they sent.
No thought whatsoever put into it. I do not trust you to handle my merch sales.
Seriously? Like, you're not even willing to write me a fucking email?
No.
Fuck you.
So unfortunately, things are happening to transgender people and not podcasters.
Yes. A lot of things are happening to transgender people, and it is not getting emails from people where they forget to like fill in the name of the podcast they're writing to. So instead, it says, "Dear brackets podcast name." I am blah, blah, blah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Just the fucking worst.
Didn't even check the template. That's crazy.
They're so shit.
So low effort. God.
But speaking of shit,
Yes.
we have to get into our headlines.
Okay.
Our first headline. This is from theappeal.org. The Trump Department of Justice has erased trans people from crime data surveys.
Holy fuck.
The Department of Justice has removed questions about gender identity from the National Crime Victimization Survey, the Survey on Sexual Victimization, and the Survey of Inmates in local jails.
As if that's not the absolute worst of sexual violence against transgender people.
Yes.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Basically.
I guess the argument being that because we don't exist, there's no point in counting our statistics.
Yes, that is the exact argument.
Yeah, got it.
So, the National Crime Victimization Survey. So, if we are the victims of a hate crime, like we get jumped or whatever, they don't keep track.
No.
Survey on Sexual Victimization, trans people, particularly trans women, are at a much higher risk of sexual assault and rape.
Yeah, there's a reason those stats are being fucking tracked. It's just intentionally vile.
And now they're not tracking them. And the Survey of Inmates in local jails, they're not tracking that because then it's easier to V-code.
Yep.
Which, for those of you who may be new to the podcast, V-coding is a practice that exists across the United States where trans inmates, particularly trans women inmates in men's prisons, are given to the most violent inmate as a toy for them to vent on, be it
It's to placate them.
be it abuse physically or just a rape doll.
Yeah.
Oftentimes in V-coding, trans women inmates are forced to parade around naked for the guards and the warden.
Jesus Christ.
And are forced to display themselves. And the Department of Justice has decided to remove one of the few windows into the practice.
Yeah, because this shit's underreported to begin with.
Yeah. In the article, trans people are more than 4 times as likely to experience violent crime. Behind bars, incarcerated trans Americans experience sexual assault at more than 12 times the rate of other imprisoned people.
Holy fuck.
Despite these statistics, the federal government has decided, not going to collect information on this. Fuck y'all.
No. Yeah.
So, in a series of unpublicized revisions, meaning they quietly did it and did not announce. In a series of unpublicized revisions last month, the Federal Bureau of Justice Statistics has removed all references to gender or gender identity from, as far as the appeal is able to tell, at least 4 federal surveys. Does that mean these are the only surveys? No. In a likelihood, they've removed it from far more, but those are the 4 that they found.
Yeah.
Experts say these changes will make it impossible to monitor crimes and other forms of violence experienced by trans people.
Which is intentional.
Yeah. Which is totally 100% intentional. Because we are...
If you stop tracking crimes against people, you're kind of making a pathway to allow for extermination. Just like it's kind of just...
This is step 8.
Yeah.
On the path to genocide. This step that we're currently on is where the government starts making lists and doing its best to alienate and isolate the target group from the rest of the public.
You can do that by labeling all of them terrorists, probably.
Funny you should mention that.
Yeah.
I don't have an article on it because there were other articles that I felt were a little bit more important to talk about. But in the official national security whatever plan that they released last week, the federal government has decided to focus on communist, anarchist, and transgender terrorists. You're a terrorist extremists.
You're an extremist / terrorist if you are those things or hold those beliefs, period. Literally, if you just like vocalize having those beliefs, they immediately decide that you're an extremist, which means you're a terrorist.
Stevie, you didn't know how, golly gee, awful it is, the frequency of attacks done by trans extremists. We've attacked and done so much damage.
Yeah. They're not putting all the white men on lists, even though that's who's doing the majority of the shootings, but whatever.
No, Stevie. It's not
what?
White men. It's cis heterosexual white men that are the problem.
There she blows.
Let's be specific.
Life sucks. This timeline sucks.
This timeline sucks so fucking bad.
What the fuck are we doing in this one, Mika? We gotta get out of this one.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here. That's for sure. So, federal data on trans people is critical because surveys on minority groups require large sample sizes to be accurate.
Yeah.
Which is hard whenever there are as few trans people in the population as redheads.
Yeah.
We only make up about 1% of the population. The removal of sexual orientation and gender identity questions from the federal surveys is devastating to our understanding of LGBTQ plus population's health and well-being. Ilan Meyer, senior scholar for public policy and sexual orientation at the Williams Institute of UCLA, told The Appeal via email. Such data is important for setting policy goals for interventions. Which...
They don't give a fuck about doing any of that, obviously. So why track anything?
They're fascists. They have no desire to change policy goals to help us.
No. They are literally doing the opposite. Like they are like actively making the policy worse for us.
The removal of sexual orientation and gender identity data will leave policymakers, researchers, and advocates with no valid information on the victimization of LGBTQ plus people. Hey! I'm gonna stop right there. No valid information on the victimization of LGBTQ plus people. You know a really good source of information would be? Fucking listening to us when we talk about what happens. Because we talk about this shit happening to us all the goddamn time. And this is another case of they don't listen to trans people. Doesn't matter if trans people say it. It only matters if a cis person presents the information. It is, as I have come to call it, Sistifer Columbus. They didn't discover the thing, but they sure as fuck take credit.
Okay, I like that. I can get behind that. Pretty good point.
So, that was the first headline.
Awesome. Yeah.
So, let's move on to the next headline. Hey, Stevie, do you think it's going to be better?
No, of course I don't. I'm not optimistic.
You are
like
correct.
that.
It is not better. This is from theguardian.com.
Hey.
Texas Children's Hospital to create the first detransition clinic for the Trump administration.
Of fucking shit. Awesome. Yeah, so they can just send people there to get forcibly detransitioned. That's incredible. Holy fuck, that's crazy.
One of the largest pediatric hospitals in the U.S. will pay state $10 million and stop offering gender-affirming care to youth. Wow. The news came on Friday when Texas Children's Hospital reached a settlement agreement with the state's attorney general. That would be Ken Paxton, and he is a piece of shit.
Evidently.
Noted piece of shit, Ken Paxton. And the U.S. Justice Department over allegations that the Houston-based medical center billed Texas Medicaid to cover gender-affirming care under false diagnosis codes, among other claims. Hey, who give a shit?
Who gives a fuck? Also, I don't believe them. I fully believe that this is just a ruse to defund them. I don't give a fuck what they said the lawsuit is about. I don't believe you.
Yeah.
You're fucking lying. At every point across the board, you are lying, you are doing what you want, you are manipulating what the law says in order to carry out your evil, awful, horrible aims.
Yeah.
So, don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining.
Seriously. Like, yeah. Along with creating what the Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has called the nation's first ever detransition clinic. Paxton's office announced that the hospital would pay the state $10 million and has been encouraged to terminate multiple physicians as part of the agreement.
I was wondering, I was like, these physicians aren't going to stay if they aren't already, fired. Oh my fucking God.
Texas Children's Hospital will fund all services at the detransition clinic over the first 5 years, and it will be free for all patients. Congratulations, everybody. Big round of applause. We have finally found health care that the government is willing to make free for everyone.
That's so fucking insane. That is so... They said, anybody who's actually sick, fuck you, KYS. If you're trans, though, get your ass on over here. Let's fix you, girl. What are you
paying the
talking
bill
about? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I want to point something out, Stevie. This is a large hospital, and the clinic is that they're doing is sizable.
Yeah.
There aren't enough trans people, trans children in particular, in Texas.
No.
To justify this.
No, they plan to be flying people in. Any transgender person who's getting detained is obviously going to get fucking stored over there and detransitioned forcibly. So let's just sort of skip any presumptions of otherwise, given just how fucking huge this building is about to be.
Yeah.
Like, I figured right off the bat, it would just be a fucking holding cell for whoever they decide to detain for whatever reason.
No. They're going to detransition, specifically children, which means that we're likely going to see a campaign of kidnapping and trafficking of trans children to Texas to be put in a detransition clinic, which... Stevie, are you familiar with conversion camps and clinics and things like that?
Yeah.
The idea that you can make someone no longer be gay or whatever. Those conversion camps didn't start out as conversion camps to make people stop being gay.
Are you
When
kidding?
they first started showing up in the 70s and 80s, they were specifically there to detransition trans people.
Fucking insane. That is so fucking
At the time, they realized that the idea of doing this was unpopular, so they shifted to focusing on sexuality, which had wider support.
I see.
Most of the studies that were done in the 80s about, and early 90s, that were done about how these conversion camps don't fucking work.
No,
And our
like there's not a
hotbeds-
scientific basis for this working.
And are hotbeds of physical, emotional, and sexual abuse.
Oh yeah.
A lot of those studies were done while they were still doing it to trans people.
Yeah.
So whenever they talk about like conversion therapy and all that shit doesn't work, a lot of the information is based on when they were trying to do it to trans people, which is further proof this shit doesn't fucking work.
Yep.
All it does is result in a bunch of traumatized children, a sizable chunk of which will likely kill themselves. And that is a victory for the fascists, because they don't want living trans children.
No.
They'd rather dead ones.
The suicide rate for people who do not receive transition support is a well-known statistic at this point, including on their side. Removing that support is very, very, very intentional.
I've got a couple of quotes from Ken Paxton here I should read.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today is a monumental day in the fight to stop the radical transgender movement, Paxton said in a statement. This historic settlement reflects an institutional and fundamental cultural shift away from radical transgender ideology. Hey, dumb fuck. It's not a cultural shift if the government is forcing it.
It's not how that works. If it was a cultural shift, you wouldn't have to legislate it so much. We'd just be doing it ourselves.
Yeah.
The only shift is in the government. That's it.
I love how much they fucking lie. Constantly.
They have to insist upon the immutability and like the innateness of all of this stuff in order to support it, even though very, very obviously they have to force it. They have to put a fuck ton of money in order to force it.
Yeah. Actually, quick sidebar. Want to hear something funny?
Of course.
Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro,
Yeah.
Tim, what's his tits with the beanie?
Oh, yeah.
All those guys
Yeah.
have apparently started hemorrhaging money because no one is supporting their bullshit podcasts and networks anymore other than the billionaire backers. And they have lost, according to YouTube metrics, something like 70% of their viewership in the
your
last
views are not currently
few
popular, y'all.
months.
Y'all, your views are not currently popular.
So, if this is a To quote Ken Paxton,
Right.
cultural shift away from radical gender ideology.
Yeah.
If we were actually seeing that, Ben Shapiro, Matt Walsh, Timmy
Penis
Hat
head.
Guy.
I cannot remember.
I don't even fucking care. Anyway, those assholes.
Pool.
Oh, that's his name. Yeah, Pool. Anyway, those fuckwits would be like making money hand over fist.
Yeah. Buku bucks. Hey, if it's so popular to hate us right now, why aren't you making money off of hating us, idiot?
If it's so popular to hate us, why don't you have the Scrooge McDuck swimming pool full of money you can like backstroke in or whatever?
Yeah.
So
yeah, Ken, you're full of shit. Something very devious ought to happen.
yeah.
Was there a second quote that was going to piss me off from him?
No, but there's more in the article I do need to touch on.
Okay.
Friday's announcement came several days after a Texas federal prosecutor had subpoenaed several medical institutions in other states
Yeah,
to
I
get
heard
a
about that.
list of transgender minors that had received care over the past 6 years. So,
6 years.
So, you have them getting lists of trans youth in other states
They're trying to fill
just
fucking
as they
rooms.
get their little detransition clinic for kids going.
That's very convenient. Weird
Huh.
timing.
Huh.
I'm wondering if Texas in the past has been guilty of accusing parents who help their children transition of child abuse and arguing that kids ought to be taken away from parents like that. I sure hope Texas hasn't had a history of doing that kind of shit either and using that as an excuse to take kids away from their parents.
I mean, it was literally Ken Paxton 2 years ago, but yeah.
God damn, he's behind a lot of this, ain't he?
Oh, yeah, he's been in office for a while. Yeah. He is, honestly, filth.
Yeah.
Garbage.
No good to anybody. A stain on the earth.
Honestly, I don't want to get too hyperbolic, but I feel like Ken Paxton is the walking embodiment of the disease that is transphobic brainworms.
Oh yeah, he's a parasite upon our community, just trying to leech political capital off of our existence.
Oh, no, not even that. Not even that. Like, I mean, like, I seriously think that, like, the brainworms that J.K. Rowling got from the black mold in her Scottish castle managed, much like an egregore, to take physical form as Ken Paxton, the Attorney General of Texas,
Yeah.
to further push this genocidal campaign. I'm gonna pause real quick. What up, Ripley the Martian? Good to see you in the chat.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Ripley.
So,
Yeah, that's shit. He's shit. Everything is shit.
yeah. The Justice Department will use every weapon at its disposal to end the destructive and discredited practices
Oh
of
my
so-called
God.
gender-affirming
They love lying.
care for children.
They're obsessed with lying.
Who discredited it? Was it
Yeah.
the 99% of physicians that actually care?
Or
for
was it that
children?
one philosophy major that you paid to, or philosophy professor you paid to write a bullshit report that was full of conflated and unfactual information?
didn't
Who was
even
too
write the
embarrassed to
report?
put his name on the fucking paper?
Who didn't even write his report because it turned out later he used AI for most of it.
Are you kidding? You people can't even be bothered to put thought into the reason why you hate us. Oh my God.
They only need the appearance of legitimacy, Stevie.
Yes.
They don't need actual legitimacy.
No, that's why we're doing all this bullshit in the courts.
Don't you know how politics work?
Yeah. Yeah.
Texas Children's Hospital said that it settled after spending the past 3 years conducting investigations and sending more than 5 million documents to the Justice Department and the state's Attorney General.
Jesus fucking Christ.
In a statement, Texas Children said the process had been marked by navigating an unconscionable campaign of mistruths and mischaracterizations related to gender-affirming care. Don't get happy yet, Stevie.
Okay.
The statement continued. These efforts have required significant staff time and financial resources to defend ourselves. All reviews and investigations continue to support the facts that we have been compliant with all the laws. Now, what they're saying is their investigation was to prove that no, they did not fraudulently bill Texas Medicaid.
Right.
But they're not talking about the efficacy of the actual care. Because that's not what they were trying to do. They were trying to protect their institution from the fascist state doing its best to crush them. And then they caved.
Yeah. And they are going to be paying out of pocket for detransitioning all these children.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Hey, I hope that there's some woke mastermind behind the scenes that's going to do something really cool behind the scenes and not actually detransition children, but I think you might just be pieces of rancid rotting meat.
Another quote here.
Yeah.
Hold on. The Justice Department will use every weapon at its disposal to end the destructive and discredited practices of so-called gender-affirming care for children, said the acting U.S. Attorney General Todd Blanche in a statement. That's right, Stevie. Acting. We don't actually have one right now because the last guy quit. So the Trump administration just found...
He was like, this job sucks. This job sucks. This is a lot. Oh, my God.
So the Trump administration found the most sycophantic, loyal POS available and was like,
of course,
you're in charge now.
You're our mouthpiece. Like, just do what we tell you, whatever.
Here you go, you little puppet.
Yeah, here's your script. We'll send you everything. Don't worry about it. Just collect your paycheck.
Yeah. So... I'm going to move on from that, only our second headline.
Okay.
And we are going to go into the biggest headline of this week.
Okay.
This is from them.us.
Okay.
Slain trans woman, University of Washington student.
Oh my God.
Identified as Juniper Blessing. She was the most amazing human being. The family of the 19-year-old atmospheric and climate science major released a statement on Thursday.
Oh my God.
She was fatally stabbed in the laundry room of an off-campus housing complex near the University of Washington on Sunday night. She was stabbed more than 40 times.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
She lived in Seattle.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Which is considered one of these safer areas for trans people.
Something's up.
Well, I'll tell you what's up. As the U.S. government continues to do things like remove surveys talking about violence against trans people, as they continue to alienate and isolate us from the rest of society, they are essentially sending the signal that we are a group they don't care about and will do nothing to protect or avenge. So,
free targets.
Other violent fascists see us as easy targets.
Yeah.
And they attack us, even in places that were supposedly safe.
Yeah. A long reputation of being safe.
This is again part of the path to genocide. Before the governmental killings start, there is a large increase in the number of stochastic terrorist attacks on trans people like this, of trans people being brutally killed. The government will, as other fascist governments had in the past, point to these attacks as proof that the public is against trans people or whatever the outgroup of the time is.
Yeah.
Which they then use to justify prison camps.
Yeah.
Work camps. Death camps.
So...
Blessing was a recent graduate of the New Mexico School for the Arts in Santa Fe, who obtained a statement from her family. Juniper was simply the most amazing human being we've ever known. Highly intelligent, extremely talented, and deeply sensitive to the needs of others. Juniper's loss not only devastates us, but diminishes the world.
Yeah.
I saw a video of one of her vocal performances with a choir.
Oh.
She sang beautifully. Every article I've found that talks about her talks about how much she was loved and how she brought light and happiness to everyone she knew. But trans people being happy, trans joy, is antithetical to the current fascist movement. And they cannot have us be happy and joyful because other people may notice and realize the fascist way isn't the only way to do things. In fact, there are better ways to live and go about your life. But they can't have that.
Of course.
Her body was found shortly after 10 p.m. on Sunday night in a laundry room at Northam Court, a privately managed apartment complex affiliated with the university. Authorities subsequently launched a multi-day manhunt for the piece of shit that had been caught on the surveillance footage. I should note, the article didn't say piece of shit. That's my own color commentary.
I figured, I assumed. I didn't think that them.us would let them type piece of shit, but I would like if they did. Maybe just once they can.
Yeah, as a treat.
As a treat on this one. It's deserved.
That search came to an end when 31-year-old Christopher Michael Leahy turned himself in to Bellevue police on Wednesday night after images of him were made public.
Yeah.
The following morning, the suspect was transferred to King County Jail in downtown Seattle, where records show he's being held for $10 million in bail for homicide investigation.
Holy fuck. I appreciate that the authorities are actually taking it seriously, at least.
It's Seattle.
Yeah.
It is one of the better areas for LGBTQ plus people.
Yeah.
And they actually do at least seem to care a bit. And they are actually doing something about it.
$10 million bail's not fucking around.
But again, the issue here isn't what the local government's doing. Is that the federal government is emboldening
The behavior.
terrorists.
The actual terrorists, let's note. Hey, let's note the actual terrorists. Let's note that the whole idea of terrorism is to inflict what's the noun, terror, upon a particular population. And that's what I'm doing, supposedly, because I'm so ooky spooky. Get a grip.
It's worth noting that during the first Trump administration, 2016 to 2020, one of the first things they did was shut down the FBI investigations into white supremacist terror groups.
Yeah, that was weird. That was a weird thing for them to do.
And then, when Joseph Robinette Biden got back into office, do you know what one of the first things he did was?
I want to say reopened those, but I don't think he did.
Not reopen those fucking investigations.
I don't think, he really didn't go back and undo much.
He did not give a shit.
No. Well, he was a segregationist, let's never forget.
Yeah, he
was a fucking segregationist.
He did get elected originally on a campaign against school busing in the 1970s.
Yeah.
Like,
And
the
that would've
time
been
period that
integrated schools.
hypothetically was after, like, the peak of the civil rights movement, when a whole bunch of civil rights legislation was passed. Like, all the shit had already passed, and Joseph Robinette Biden of Connecticut
Thought he'd
shows
still
up
carry the banner.
and goes, I don't like black people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, by
so
the
no
way-
fucking surprise.
Not only do I hate black people as Joseph Robinette Biden, but I also hate the fact that you were able to declare bankruptcy to get rid of student loans. So I'm
Which,
going to
like,
get
bro-
rid of that too.
Like, bro, fuck you, man. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, did we also forget that it was Joseph Robinette motherfucking Biden who was one of the authors of the crime bill in the 1990s that
Hey, wait a
increased
minute.
U.S. incarceration of black people, brown people, and other vulnerable minorities?
Huh. I wonder if we should bother being surprised that he didn't really care that much about investigating white supremacist groups.
I suppose we shouldn't be surprised that he didn't do a goddamn fucking thing about the George Floyd
No, yeah.
protests,
He really...
other than like bringing more cops. Oh, do you remember all those students were protesting the genocide happening in Gaza? What was his response?
Yeah, they hated
then?
that shit.
Yeah, he brought in the SWAT team to beat
Yeah.
the fuck out of students and shit. And now the most
Yeah.
hilarious part is seeing all the little centrist
Yeah.
Democrat libs who are like, why isn't anybody protesting Trump like we think they should? Where are all the student protesters? And it's like, motherfucker, you got them expelled
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
year ago.
Sorry.
You expelled the
You already
people that were
decided.
organizing protests. So the students that are left know the risks and know there's a very good chance you will not support them.
Yep. Great.
So, anyway, Leahy appeared in court on Thursday with a judge finding probable cause for first-degree murder with a deadly weapon.
Yeah.
He stabbed her 40 times.
40 fucking times. Yeah, I'd say there's probable cause. to charge him
Julius
that way.
fucking Caesar wasn't stabbed 40 times, and he had a group of senators stabbing him.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I try very hard not to be too graphic,
Yeah.
but he stabbed her 40 times.
Yeah.
After the 5th or 6th stab, she was probably incapacitated and already dying on the way to death.
Yeah.
And he kept going. This isn't about, I said this before, and I think Too Hot for YouTube And I'm going to say this opinion again because I have since refined it. And I would like your input. But during our Too Hot for YouTube bonus episode, available on Patreon to our $10 subscribers, I mentioned that I don't think that most of the violence against trans people is about gender. Gender is the excuse. I think it's just about having an outgroup you can brutalize.
Oh, of course.
There are far more many people all of a sudden getting into attacking us, harming us, doing what they can to make our lives miserable, who never gave a shit about gender stuff prior.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the big flag they're waving is, well, we don't want biological men in women's sports. Really, motherfucker?
You bitches don't even watch women's sports.
Yeah, you don't even watch women. Were you that big of a WNBA fan?
You bitches don't even like women. What are you talking about?
Yes.
Oh my god.
This is not about gender.
No. It is just an excuse. It's a banner to rally behind so that they can fuck over a whole group of people and feel more powerful than somebody else.
This is about the worst aspects of American culture, getting the signal that there's a group of people that they can do whatever the fuck they want to.
Yeah.
And the government largely will not stop them and will not punish them. And in many cases, will raise their profile and give them a career.
Nick Fuentes.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yep.
So. That is what's happening right now to trans people. 3 articles about a major shift in our treatment. A major shift for the worst.
Of course. Yeah.
About our treatment.
Man, I picked a bad time to figure out I was transgender.
I mean, I figured out, honestly, decades ago. I just repressed for a really long time.
Yeah, I guess I was more actionable.
Like, I do wish I had started my transition in, like, 2009. When I first really...
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Can't really blame you for not at that point.
Yeah. I was very precarious.
Probably just seemed like a whole thing at that time. Like, that's a whole other thing.
It did.
We got to figure out the rest of this first. That's a whole thing. Hold on.
I'm going to back burner this right now.
We're going to come back to that when I've been, like, stably employed for, like, 10 years. And then,
we're going to come back to that whenever I can eat more than one meal every 2 days and didn't lose 60 pounds in 5 months. Because I was literally starving to death.
Yeah, estrogen can't do anything if you only have one meal every 3 days.
Yeah.
So we might as well lock in on the whole housing sitch first.
Yeah. So I want to move on.
Can we take a quick break so I can go potty and we can sort of have an emotional reset real quick? Sorry, I said potty. I'm 25.
Are you
redacted? I'm gonna go take a piss.
Go piss, boy.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Are you not going to BRB it? Okay.
Stevie over there taking his sweet ass time, being all like, no, I don't want to go back yet.
Just give me a second. Give me a second. Mika, can I take a turn driving the segment bus?
No, because tone-wise, there's one more thing I need to get through first. Then I want your segment as the palate cleanser.
Well, okay. Segment just one, or do you want both? Because I have 2, and we're already at an hour.
Well, I have 2 more.
2 more things of bad transgender news?
No.
Okay.
No, only one that's bad transgender news. The
Mika!
other is gonna be quick but funny.
Okay, fine. You're pissing me off, but okay, fine.
I'm sorry. This will be quick.
Okay.
Because Stevie...
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Whatever. Fuck it. This is This Week in Transit.
Oh, yeah.
This Week in Transit. So, last night was goth night at the gay bar.
Mm-hmm.
At the gay bar. The gay bar. The gay bar.
Yeah, exactly.
God, that song's so fucking good.
It's a good song.
You gotta find the version that's not the radio edit. Because it came out just after 9/11. So they had to edit out the word war.
Yeah. Yeah.
And nuclear.
Yeah.
So like the second verse, which is, let's start a war. Let's start a nuclear war. At the gay bar.
You don't get to start much.
The gay bar. It was changed for the radio edit to, let's start a.
Oh, okay.
Start a.
Oh, we didn't even censor it.
Let's start a.
What is the song called? Gay Bar?
Yes, it's called Gay Bar.
By...
Oh, shit. I'm blanking on their name. Electric Six.
Electric Six.
It is... Hey, y'all...
It's a really good one.
Go check out Gay Bar by Electric Six. Now, the official music video uses the radio edit, but is still worth a watch.
Okay.
Because you've got a bunch of hot, mostly naked, homosexual Abraham Lincolns...
It's a good...
working out and rubbing each other down with oil.
Music video. It's yeah, I would put it in A tier as far as music videos go. So you were at the gay bar, assumedly not starting a nuclear war. What were you doing at goth night?
Well, it was goth night. So I did what I usually do, which is I show up probably in what I wore that day. Because I've got a lot of goth outfits. I wear quite a few. I've got a lot of different permutations and whatnot I can do with it. And I did my makeup slightly heavier than I usually do. I went to the gay bar. And while I was there, the music wasn't quite as good, but that's fine. I chatted with some people and all that. And in the course of chatting with some of my friends, because I have friends.
Yeah.
Acquaintances.
Yeah.
Fellow travelers.
I believe you.
Anyway, we were just chatting. Like, hey, what's up with you? And I'm like, hey, you might be moving.
Yeah.
That's the main thing that's up with me right now.
Yeah.
Looking to get the fuck out of Florida.
Yeah. What are you hearing from the fellow travelers?
Probably before Halloween.
Jesus, okay.
Yeah. So, like, only a few months, like, soon.
Okay. Ugh.
Yeah. But, I mentioned this to a lot of them, and I have to point out that most of the people I was talking to are cis.
Oh, shit.
And, like, every single one of them was like, oh, wow. It kind of sucks to move. Why don't you just stay? It probably won't be that bad.
Yeah, I was worried it would be that. All right, yeah. So cis people, why don't y'all go ahead and shut the fuck up whenever a trans person tells you about a fear they have or an experience they're having before you decide that maybe your life could be a little bit easier if you just decided it was easier. Oh my God, why did I think of that? Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, it's because I'm stupid. I forgot I could just choose to have an easier life. Will you shut the fuck up? Will you shut the fuck up? Y'all are so fucking annoying. Y'all are so fucking annoying.
And, like, the thing is, like, I've run into this before when I go out.
Yeah.
Like, I've mentioned, like, hey, there's these anti-trans policies. There's, there's this stuff going on.
Like,
they're
4
making
fucking
it
years
real
ago,
fucking
we were talking
hard
about it on the podcast.
to live, especially if you live in the U.S. Southeast, like you and I do. And also, apparently, Alex in chat also lives in the South. Like, kind of need to get the fuck out, if possible.
I'm pretty much always the person enlightening a cis person about the issues or the stressors of being trans.
Oh, same. And the thing is,
a little exhausting.
Recently, about 3 days ago, an article was published that actually could be used to help educate cis people about what the fuck we're dealing with.
Okay.
This is from chron.com, chron.com.
Okay.
Short for Chronicle, but I guess they want to make it sound like a
Cool.
mid-level boss in some like 90s sci-fi side scroll.
Yeah.
You must defeat Kron before you can save the president's daughter.
And you're like, fucking A, another mini boss? All right.
But no, the article is so many LGBTQ Texans have moved to Seattle that Seattle is debating declaring a state of emergency.
That's a huge influx of people for it to be straining the infrastructure to the point where they need to consider that. That is a huge number of people moving.
We talked about this a little bit more during the bonus episode Too Hot for YouTube, but the number of specifically trans people that have had to move across the country because of how bad things have gotten since Trump got into office is over 400,000.
That's so fucking many.
And when
That's
you
so
consider
fucking many.
There are only an estimated 3-ish million of us nationwide.
That's like a sixth.
Yeah.
Out of math.
And the thing is, that's only since Trump took office. That's not counting
the
years
people who moved under Joseph Robinette
Biden
Biden because he did nothing to protect trans people while in office.
Yeah. We've said it before, but when Stevie and I first started our transition, when I first, finally told my wife and my family and stuff, I'm like, hey, I'm trans. It was in 2020, and Florida was actually one of the better states to be trans in.
They fucked us so hard.
And then
they
next
did a
year,
complete 180.
And the next year, a few months later, became the worst. Right next to Texas.
Insane. Yeah. It happened so goddamn fast. Like, oh, my mistake. I thought I blew up in I thought I grew up in like a blue-ish area. My bad. I didn't realize how easily changeable that was.
Yeah. The shift happens extremely quick. So, if there's any cis people listening, when you're online and a trans person from Florida or Texas starts talking about how quickly things suddenly went bad and how they thought they were safe and then they suddenly weren't, and it seems like it could happen almost anywhere, because let's be real, Florida was blue for a while.
Yeah.
And then, ever since Trump got elected in 2016, we have had a flood of literally tens of millions of GOP fascists move to Florida and shift the electorate.
We had an insane number of people moving to Florida during COVID because we had more lax restrictions. And who were the people who wanted lax restrictions during COVID? Fucking GOP fuckers and idiot Republicans. So, awesome. Great. Fucking wonderful.
I did actually do the math. Do you know how many Republicans moved from New Jersey, specifically, to Florida in the last 5 years?
It's like over a milli. How many?
6 million.
Get out! Get out! Get out! And all of you keep buying up our land and being shitty landlords. Oh my god.
All of you keep doing shit like chopping down the live oaks.
Yes.
Which, by the way, the American Southeast is the only place in the fucking world that can support them.
Oh my god.
And you keep chopping down all the live oaks and putting in fucking palm trees?
Oh my god. Which are not even native to Florida. Like they're not.
The palm trees that are native are much smaller and generally speaking only in South Florida. They're not in Central Florida. They're not in North Florida.
No.
And the palm trees they're bringing in and planting are from Washington State and South Carolina. They're not even the palm trees that are like...
Y'all get the fuck out. Everybody get the fuck out of
our state.
Get the fuck out of Florida. We need to clean up.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
No. If you weren't here 10 years ago, get out. Fuck off. I'm sorry.
Seriously.
I'm tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Yeah. I got sidetracked. It is a huge pet peeve of mine.
Yeah. No, it sucks ass.
It's one that, like, if anybody follows my Blue Sky, I do talk about a fair amount. And I have had to deal with so many, like, Democrat dead-enders.
Oof.
Who keep popping up and being all like, well, if you just moved to a blue state, you'd be safer. Oh, my God.
And right, so it was a blue state. Did you know that the color can change? Did anyone ever tell you they can redraw the lines so that your state will change color at any fucking time? Did you know? Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Also, they're redrawing the lines right now to get rid of basically every blue district in the entire American Southeast.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that won't cause any problems.
Oh, right around the time they also got rid of the Voting Rights Act, struck that down, which means we're going to have record amounts of gerrymandering, voter suppression, and rat fuckery.
Awesome. Okay.
Midterm election 2026
is a PvP-enabled zone. Your local voting booth. Your local polling place becomes a PvP-enabled zone.
You step into the lobby to, like, show them your ID and whatever and get in line and get your little fill-in form ballot. And, like, as you step in, all of a sudden there's, like, somebody comes over a PA and then the lights start going crazy as confetti drops and then... And then the supervisor of elections leans into the microphone and goes, "We have a new contender for the chance to vote."
No. I hate these games. I'm so bad at these fucking beat 'em ups. Shit. Why didn't they put me in a visual novel? Fuck.
You're there trying to like fill in the bubble perfectly and not be outside the line because they'll throw it away if you fuck up the ballot in any way. And then all of a sudden,
the other people are like
some chud in a MAGA hat like hits you from behind with a steel folding chair.
Oh, damn it! This place sucks.
Oh my God! Is that Ron DeSantis' music?
No, Ron DeSantis is not showing his ass up with shit, much less a steel chair. He'd tip over in those little shoes with lifts.
No, Ron DeSantis would show up, but then he would have one of his security hit you with the chair instead.
Yeah,
because his weak little noodle arms couldn't lift it.
I just remember they used to call him Puddin' Fingers Ron. I miss those days. How did we ever get rid of that?
Yeah, the thing is, everyone else is like, Puddin' Fingers. Worth noting, he got that nickname while working at Guantanamo Bay, supervising the torture there.
That's insane. That's crazy.
And the newspapers picked up on Puddin' Fingers and ran with it instead of the
Guantanamo
supervised torture side of the story.
Yeah, I feel like we might have locked in on the wrong side of that. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring... Hey, did you know that every aspect of American politics is like one of those books you get as a kid where you open up a little window and then there's a new little feature that shows up? You pull a little slide tab and the bunny pops up from behind the barn. That's kind of what American politics feels like, because you mentioned one guy and then it's like, ooh, oopsie, you triggered the part of the dialogue tree where Mika has to talk about the recent crime they did, because there's always a new recent crime to tell me about. It's like that.
No, when Stevie said, tell you about the recent crime they didn't mean I'm talking about crimes
I mean the person we're talking about.
Means the person we're talking. I just want to specify that for our FBI agent or agents who are definitely listening to this podcast. We're really glad you are fans. Why don't you hop on down to the Patreon and pay us?
Transgenders again. That was fun. Change our Spotify metrics again. That was cool.
God, that was fucking hilarious. That was so fucking funny.
I'm never gonna forget that. That was awesome. It was so sick.
The article I'm trying to actually talk about real quick. This is taking way longer than I suspected.
It's been 15 minutes. Let's go.
I'm sorry, got sidetracked. Bitching about Florida. That's true. Which happens.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, Seattle has literally so many queer people moving up from Texas and other places around the country that local organizations are petitioning the Seattle government to make an emergency declaration. The commission said that the city needed an effective and empathetic response to protect a rapid influx of 2S LGBTQIA plus persons seeking refuge in Seattle.
Yeah. That'd be nice to get that kind of support.
And that's one city.
That's one city.
In a blue area.
Yeah.
There are other decent pro-trans areas that are pro-trans now.
Right.
And we have literally no way of knowing if it will suddenly change. As it has already for Stevie and I.
Yeah.
Because pretty much we're only going to be able to move once.
Yeah, there's no money for more.
There's no money for this move.
There's no money for the one, to be honest, but...
I'm not sure how I'm going to swing this.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how I'm going to help you swing your side, too, because I was going to fucking help.
Which is awesome, but you got to get your shit settled first.
Yeah. Big shout out to the St. Paul, Minneapolis area. Coming soon, my pasty Casper the Ghost ass.
We got our eyes on you.
Yeah. And kind of close to Canada in case we really gotta get the fuck out.
I like having that option.
I love having that option. Because originally my plan was, hey, we could just go and flee to Cuba. But now, and I didn't talk about it, odds are good we're gonna invade Cuba in the next couple of weeks.
I really fucking wish we wouldn't do that. That sucks ass. That really fucking sucks.
Yeah, because the blockade that we've been running at the same time, for the past month or so, that's blocking all fuel from going into Cuba.
You're trying to fucking starve them.
Has caused already mass death and starvation.
Oh my fucking god. Leave Cuba the fuck alone. Holy shit. No one fucking wants this.
Fascists want this.
I should say, even if people did want this, fuck you, you're wrong.
Actually, no, you know what? You're right, Stevie. People do not want this. Because as everyone knows, fascists
aren't people.
Are not people. And that's been This Week in Transit. I'm sorry for going so long. Stevie, I actually didn't even finish talking about it, but y'all got the idea.
Yeah.
We're going to move on from This Week in Transit.
I'd like to go to take you to church.
To take you to church?
I keep forgetting.
Stevie, as a devout, God-fearing Christian woman, I'm not sure you have anything you could possibly teach me about church. But I will deign to allow you to speak on a subject that I know so much about because I go to Bible study daily.
So daily is a lot. First of all, that had to be a misspeak because I don't believe you on that front. You don't have time
Every
for
day
that.
I go to Bible study.
Next, I don't think that they're teaching you about this bad little bitch in your everyday Bible study.
Okay.
I don't remember how I found out about this bad little bitch. I just found the link to this Wikipedia article in our pinned chat messages.
Okay.
I think I might have discovered it by mistyping a Google search for the experiment Bobo and Kiki. You know the one?
No, I don't, but anyway.
Anyway, it's a thing. Look it up. But
Sure.
instead of Bobo, I found Bobo. I just sent you a little JPEG.
Oh, okay, good. Because I was going to look up this.
Bobo is Baubo. So, Bobo is really interesting to me because it seems like she just shows up as a side character in other stories on occasion. So it's kind of unclear to me if she really got much of her own story out there. Yeah, there she is.
Yeah, hold on. Let me. I need to show this to the chat so they can get an idea of what the fuck.
So I'm double checking. Yeah, they depict the naked lower part of a female body with a face where the abdomen should be, with the curve of the chin merging into the vulva. The arms are placed at ear level and carry attributes like torches, lyre, or a basket of fruit carried on the head. In this case, it's a lyre. And these were probably votive offerings and made locally. So,
Stevie.
Yeah.
This is a fucking Adult Swim cartoon character.
Yes, 110%.
This should not be a deity. This is like...
No. This looks like somebody's like shitpost character.
Yes.
This should be a poorly animated 3D GIF.
Do you remember, oh shit, I can't remember his name. Assy, I think his name was. Like, for a while there on r/high quality GIFs on Reddit, there was this running joke where people would sneak in, subtly hidden, this fucking little dude character that was basically an ass with a big nose and eyes.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I don't remember the character's name, but they would sneak him into like every single
That makes me really
GIF.
happy.
And it kind of became like a mini game
to see
of trying to see if you can find it. And
that's delightful.
Yeah.
This could be that.
This could be that.
Wikipedia describes Bobo as a minor figure in Greek mythology who doesn't appear in surviving sources before the 4th century BCE.
A minor figure? What do you mean? The giant face with legs and arms for ears wasn't traipsing around with Zeus and Hera and Athena and all the others.
A fragment from the Asclepiades of Tragulus, which is that's literally just an ancient Greek literary critic and mythographer. Okay, so this guy, just some guy who wrote stuff down, said that she was the wife of Dicelus, who is said to be, I love this phrase, autochthonis, which means in the indigenous inhabitants of a country, including mythological figures, as opposed to settlers and those of their descendants who kept themselves free from a mixture of colonizing entities. They're saying the original gods of this land. Yeah. I love that concept. The concept that there could be like indigenous gods and the ones that like traveled here because their worshippers traveled here. Incredibly interesting. And then they had two daughters.
We got an indigenous god living locally, whom I cannot talk about until after we move.
Okay. Fuck. And I was about to make a joke that's also way too local. Shit. Okay, yeah. I'll tell you the joke afterwards when we have that convo. So she was the wife of somebody who is an indigenous mythological figure, and they had two daughters, Protonoe and Misa. And this couple welcomed Demeter into their home at one point. So this is pretty much the only context in which we've heard of her.
Pause,
is that like,
please pause.
Yes.
You said a whole bunch of Greek names.
I know.
Of very minor whatevers. And their biggest claim to fame is they had a dinner party once and Demeter came.
I told you, she's literally just like a side character in other shit that's happening. You're reading the story and then she's just in the room. Somebody else said she was the nurse of Demeter. They don't know. They were like, who the fuck is she?
You know what this was?
Yeah.
100%. I don't have proof, but I know I'm right.
Okay.
This was an ancient shitpost.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
And it became an in-joke among the other... To be like, oh yeah, and this one...
And Bobo
But as the centuries went on, people forgot it was a shitpost.
Oh no.
It'd be like if future generations looked at the kind of stuff that Drill posts and they're like, oh, literally
this is informing us of their culture. They're kind of right, though, but not for the reason they think.
Well, actually, no, there's one particular drill post. I don't remember the exact wording, but something to the effect of, if yelling at animals in the zoo is wrong, I will turn and face God as I walk backwards into hell.
Hell, you're right. That is such a raw line to have come from a drill tweet.
Yeah,
that's so
it's a
good.
good line.
So as far as the actual info we have on her story, somebody thinks that she's a part of a creation myth that explains certain rites and rituals of the Eleusinian mysteries, which are initiations held every year for the cult of Demeter and Persephone. So again, we see Demeter. So they're like, okay, we think she might have been related to like the rituals that Demeter was holding, maybe. Literally, she's just like around Demeter. She's just like one of the girls or something. I love the idea of her just being in all of the group photos. I do really like that. She's only mentioned in 2 Orphic fragments. What? This is so interesting. So these are just associated with the poetry of Orpheus.
Okay.
These are related specifically to the cheering of Demeter during her stay at Eleusis as she mourns the loss of her daughter. So Persephone's gone, Demeter is bummed out at home, and then her girls are there cheering her up. Okay.
And then the big-faced one shows up and is like, "Hey, Demeter, have a sandwich, you'll feel better."
Wait, this gets fucked up, though. Okay, in Fragment 49, Baba is the name of the mother of Demophon, who's a mortal child, whom Demeter unsuccessfully attempts to turn immortal, takes her friend's kid, anoints him with ambrosia, and places him nightly in the fire to try and make him immortal. That's crazy. In other sources, yeah. All kinds of shit
She was
turned
just
immortal.
trying to do her friend a favor.
She
She
like,
can't help it that her friend's kid was pardon my language, bitch made, and couldn't handle being thrown into a fire.
After being anointed with ambrosia, some sources say that he was the son of the king of Eleusis, Celius, and his queen Metanira. So some people are like, okay, then Babo is Queen Metanira. She's the queen of Eleusis. And I don't know if that's true. Anyway, Babo walks in and sees Demeter doing all this shit to her kid. She cries out in fear. So in response, Demeter burns the child to death. Demeter! Just because you lost your kid.
Greek gods and goddesses are doing this shit all the time.
For fun. You lost your kid, so you just take your friend's kid and burn him alive. But hey, Demeter, that's fucking crazy.
Well, Stevie, think about how many different stories about the gods and goddesses were something along the lines of deity does something fucked up, a human sees the deity do something fucked up, so the deity, in response, fucks over the human.
Yeah, the alternative option of this story in Fragment 52 says that Demeter stays at Eleusis and mourns the loss of her daughter Persephone still, who was abducted by Hades, of course, and Babo makes her laugh through an act of anacerma. Have you ever heard that before, Mika?
No.
Anacerma is the gesture of lifting the skirt or kilt. She made her laugh by mooning her. The example on the Wikipedia page is showing ass. It's the statue lifting her skirt to show ass.
Or could have been flashed her.
Well, it seems like it. Some kind of flashing has occurred. Some kind of flashing. It's usually used in connection with certain religious rituals, eroticism, and lewd jokes. Hey, I think it might have just been the jokes mostly.
I love how, like, if you look back through what we have of human history, as far back as, like, the written word goes, and we find jokes, humorous poems, or whatever, funny graffiti marked in all of these human settlements. And like 9 times out of 10, it is a shit or ass joke.
It's awesome. Humans remain the same across the ages.
We love talking about butts and the stuff that comes out of them.
It's been universally funny to us since the dawn of time, apparently. There is one last option for like this story. It's preserved. I don't care about that. basically, the author of this version of the story presents the fragment as proof of the depravity of the Eleusinian mysteries, being the rites, the rituals of Demeter and Persephone. Okay, relax, first of all. The context he provides for the quote is that Demeter had rested at Eleusis during her search for her daughter, and Babo, treating her as a guest, had offered her food and wine. Demeter refused these due to her mourning, and the rejection of hospitality was perceived as a slight by Babo, who responded by showing her genitals. However, Babo's actions are usually interpreted as an attempt to cheer Demeter up, rather than a response to a slight, based on the corresponding scene in the Homeric hymn to Demeter. So somebody who was actively trying to smear this whole era and these practices said, and then she flashed her because she thought she was rude, and then everybody else was like, no, she was doing a good joke, and it did actually cheer Demeter up, and she did laugh. So, no one also, let's note, would have understood this as serious or contemptuous mockery of the goddess. Like, Babo is not a very high-up figure. It's not taken as very serious insult when Babo does this to a goddess, basically.
This is just a bunch of ancient Greek nerds arguing about canon.
110%. They're saying, well, this version of the fragment says this, and somebody else says, no, the context of the fragment is actually this.
Actually, if you look at tablet number 192 that was released 4 years ago, obviously Demeter was...
Yeah. It's very that. And there are Babo figurines, which, of course, we're looking at one example of right now. The name Babo is given to different types of figurines, most of them terracotta.
Stevie, does Babo sound like any other Greek name you've ever heard?
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Does
like
Babo look like any other character from Greek mythology and writings at the time?
No.
No.
Which is fun.
This is a shit post!
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. I'm looking at the sources. 1919, 1867, 1957, 1986, 1922, 1974. Interesting. I don't know. I'm suspicious because there are so many conflicting elements. Yeah, I like that all of the figurines are pretty consistent in the appearance. The Wikipedia article pisses me off because it then goes on to describe a second type of Babo figurine from Egypt, and then goes on to describe figurines that look absolutely nothing like this, and then said there's no reason to assume these figures are supposed to depict the Babo from Greek myth, though the connection can't be ruled out. Sorry, so you wasted my time by putting in 2 paragraphs about these figures in my Wikipedia article about Babo. I need you to lock the fuck in and stop trying to reach a word count.
This is the Babo specific article. Thank you.
This is about Babo, please.
This is Babo's time.
This is Babo time.
Show some respect. Respect to Babo.
So yeah, this is Babo. I think potentially you may be right. An ancient Greek shitpost, just kind of a funny little Where's Waldo that shows up in the side of some stories. Seems to be a jester figure, just mooning Demeter to cheer her up after her daughter got kidnapped by Hades. What a good gal pal.
By the way, I'm not even saying that as like a judgment kind of thing.
No, it's awesome.
Like, this is not a moral judgment. It's not good or bad that this character was a shitpost.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just calling balls and strikes. This was a shitpost. People forgot it was a shitpost. And now you have all these scholars and academics holding symposiums arguing about whether or not it was her front buttress she showed Demeter, or the butler's entrance.
I'm now realizing, I don't think that Babo as a person in human real life, when she encountered Demeter, the goddess in real life, I don't think Babo actually looked like this. I am starting to worry that because of Babo's little joke where she mooned Demeter, because of that, I fear that the only totem like that could honor her, they were like, well, the only thing we really know about her is that she like mooned the goddess. So like, let's just make her a walking ass. That's funny. We like a walking ass. That worries me. Now that I have the context of the Anasirma or whatever the fuck, I'm like, I think they've sort of just reduced her to the one joke, which is kind of how I felt when people were still commenting about Stevie and the Monster Fuckers 5 years after the series on YouTube. I
forget that you talked about fucking monsters for a long time, and that was like
time. I paid my rent on that for a
the source
couple
of your
months.
internet fame was talking about
yes.
fucking monsters.
Yeah, I still intend on bringing that back as a segment in Stevie's Playground in which you have to guess the rating.
I'm game.
I'm excited. It'll give me something to use those web pages
better
for.
than that,
Yeah.
why don't we just use a bunch of the monsters you've already rated?
Just
give
re-rank
me a
them.
tier list.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll
that's
rate
basically
them
all I was
on the
doing.
fuckability and all that on the tier list. And
Yeah,
then we
no,
can
we can
check to
absolutely
see
get
how
yours.
much I align with your previous judgments.
That's fun. Also, my tastes have changed so much, which is really interesting. Looking at the ones from season 1, I'm like, this is fascinating.
Yeah.
Bill Cipher would not even be on the list anymore.
Oh,
Crazy.
I get it.
Solely from Monsters, Inc., though. He is. Yeah. Well, I'm absolutely gonna bring that one back, and then unfortunately it'll just sort of like raise the SEO connection between those two things again, which is funny. I'm really happy I got to yap about Bobo. I feel good.
I like Bobo.
I feel
Bobo's
better.
cool as shit.
Bobo's a fun little character. I'm so happy that you enjoyed.
Yeah. Can I do my real quick one? It's quick. I promise.
We're already at hour 35, Queen.
Yeah, it's literally like this, and then we.
Okay.
I really wanted to do this one so bad.
Okay. I'll allow it.
Because, like, if as the news segment kind of hinted, it's been a rough week.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to find other things to, like, offset, get my mind off of, that sort of thing.
Yes.
And, Stevie, did you know that one of my favorite things to read about recreationally is technology? And what technology is doing? What's coming down the old techno pipeline?
Oh, shit. I forgot about this.
And,
I forgot what the second one was.
Stevie, I found something.
Did you?
But the problem is, I wouldn't exactly call it positive. This is future shock.
Mika, I don't want it to suck.
Hey,
Mika,
Stevie, real quick.
You said it'd be funny.
It is going to be funny.
Okay.
Real quick.
Proceed.
What is the thing that I bitch about the absolute most, not counting transphobia?
Your chair being uncomfortable.
No. AI.
Oh, well, yeah. I kind of thought that was a given. I didn't even think that's what we were talking
I
about.
needed you to say.
Sorry, AI.
Thank you. Because the audience might not know. We might have some first-time listeners, first-time viewers, first-time callers. Only if they
would have
tapped in
watched
chat.
They would have watched me ban a person who mentioned AI in the chat a minute ago.
Yeah. That's how much we fucking hate AI. Stevie, what if you decided for some reason that you wanted, in exchange for having electricity and internet access subsidized for your house, have a tech company install a miniature data center in your yard?
Lease out your property.
Not a lease. They're only covering the cost of electricity and internet. Hey, Stevie,
Why do you want the data
what's
center?
the thing data centers need the most?
Water.
They're not covering that cost.
No. What is in it for the homeowner? And even doing that?
Your power bill is subsidized and they cover part of the cost of internet.
But the data center part is still just completely profiting the company. Got it. All right, so nobody sign up for that shit. That's insane and stupid. That will gain you nothing.
The distributed data center solution, announced by San Francisco startup Span.
Also, it's really bad, but it's gonna like really compromise the air quality around your home. Like, this is a really bad idea for your health.
No, not the air quality. Not the air quality. The reason why AI data centers right now are fucking air quality is because they require their own power plants to generate enough electricity. This is going to be siphoning off of your power bill.
Off of city infrastructure.
Off the city grid.
As if we don't already have enough strain on it. Oh my god.
So, air quality, not an issue. However,
at least there's that. That's
the
reassuring,
gallons upon gallons of poisoned water that it's just going to dump in your yard. I guarantee if this becomes a thing, one of the first class action lawsuits against the company will be dead pets.
Oh, you might be right. Poisoned wells, poisoned water. Yeah, dead pets. 100%.
Going to be dead pets.
Yeah. Eesh. Yeah.
But, anyway, Span would deploy thousands of XFRA nodes that contain liquid-cooled NVIDIA RTX Pro 6000 Blackwell Server Edition GPUs. Now, Stevie, what if you were to see one of these data centers in the wild? And you had the knowledge that this data center, this miniature data center, contains a liquid-cooled NVIDIA RTX Pro 6000 Blackwell Server Edition GPU operating with minimal noise. That's probably worth a lot of money. And should...
Y'all have a lot of yummy sticks of ramen there.
And should the liquid-cooled NVIDIA RTX Pro 6000 Blackwell Server Edition GPU be taken out of that data center, it will no longer kill pets. Would it not be a moral good to maybe, perhaps, somebody walking by could relieve that miniature data center of the liquid-cooled NVIDIA RTX Pro 6000 Blackwell Server Edition GPU that operates with minimal noise?
You're putting a loot box, a large, visible loot box on your property, just begging and tempting robbers, thieves, and good Samaritans across the city.
And you know that shit's got copper. There's copper in them dare boxes, too.
Yeah. These loot boxes are chock full of copper. Ah, god dang. Well, that's fun. That's exciting.
Do you want to hear the justification they were doing, though?
Oh, was there one?
Chris Lander, the vice president of XFRA at Span, in correspondence with Ars Technica, he said... I have to get the voice right.
You can't do the Mad Hatter voice every time.
Data centers are loud, ugly, and often drive up local electricity bills, he said. This is quiet, discreet, and makes energy more affordable for the host and community.
I don't think your neighbors will be able to consent to the poison that you're leaching into the water supply, which is also going to end up extending into their yards. So I think that we might end up having a wider spread problem than just the one person consenting to have it on their property.
Also, I don't recall the primary complaint of data centers being they're too dang loud.
No. Oh, it was pretty much just all of the rest of it.
Gosh, golly gee, it makes so much of a racket, I can't
Like, the
sleep.
sound pollution is a problem, but it's not really the primary thing people are locking in on now.
No one gives a fuck about the sound pollution.
No.
I think it's the other kinds of pollution that come part and parcel.
Of which there's a variety. They're just chock full of them.
Also the fact that data centers... oftentimes, the cost of their operation is offset by the people in the community when the power company jacks up their bills to cover the data center. So now, if you're putting in what are basically more data centers onto an already overtaxed grid, they're going to charge you even
your neighbors are gonna end up paying more for that. I don't think you're gonna fucking please anybody. Like, this is a ticking time bomb, basically, until the lawsuits start.
So, we are not suggesting that anyone do this.
No, I don't support illegal behavior.
I don't support illegal behavior either. I am a proud and fine and upstanding citizen.
I'm an upstanding and patriotic American.
Yep, I'm USA #1, A-OK in my book. So, we are simply, in the name of public education,
Press the button. We're just dating.
in our mission to better the community around us by helping educate. We're simply saying, as a factual statement, that the miniature data centers put in people's yards that are pumping out lots of polluted water that will kill pets
Yeah.
and will likely kill the plants.
Oh, yeah, your
around
lawn's going to be shot.
It's
so
gonna ruin your yard.
Go ahead and forfeit that nice lawn.
So these little data centers, which are gonna drive up the cost of power for everyone,
Yeah.
kill a lot of pets, fuck up your bushes and your grass and your flower bed and your
Drive up the
veggie
general
garden.
power bill for everybody.
Your power bill for everyone.
Yeah.
We're just letting you know that they are chock full of liquid-cooled NVIDIA RTX Pro 6000 Blackwell Server Edition GPUs that operate with minimal noise and lots of copper wiring.
And probably yummy RAM.
And probably yummy RAM. And gods know how many other precious rare earth minerals
I was about to say.
and whatnot.
Yeah.
So again, we're not saying you act
I'm not saying to do anything
in
about
any
it. I'm not saying to do
particular
anything
way
about it.
on this information.
No.
We're just telling you the information because Stevie and we're just stating some facts.
Yep. And that's how you do it.
That is indeed how you do it. Stevie, I think we have just about hit the end of our episode.
Speak of the devil, another goddamn AI fucking bot in the chat.
I hate these fuckers.
Well, that's a new phrase to add to the block list. Anyway.
So, yeah, we're done. Stevie, where can people find you?
You can find all my stuff at stevieb.com. That's steviebea.com. Mika, where can the good people find you?
The good people can find my music at mxmaxwell1.bandcamp.com. You can also find my music on everything. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Google Music, YouTube. I'm on YouTube.
We got all our shit on YouTube.
Yeah, but my music specifically is on YouTube. You can go to YouTube, type in Ms. Maxwell, and put in the name of an album. Might I suggest Uncaring Stars?
Ooh.
It's an instrumental album, much of which you hear the background of this episode that you were just listening to or watching.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, listen to my music. I've got
It's quite good.
all different genres and styles. I've written for just about everything from gospel choirs to orchestras to fuckers singing about parties in their pants.
Party in My Pants is also a classic.
Great song. I love that song.
Quite good.
But, yeah, go check out my music. We also have a Patreon where for $3 a month, we are the cheapest thing out there. We are not
Cheaper than the
inflating
bar at
our
Candy.
prices. I want to mention that.
Yeah.
We are not jacking up the cost of the Patreon subscription base level. Because we believe in affordability.
Yeah.
And while it is technically a paywall, it's not much of a fucking paywall, guys. It's $3 a month. That ain't shit.
It's not bad as far as paywalls go, I guess.
No.
I've met meaner paywalls in my day.
Oh yeah. Yeah, when you figure like Washington Post or New York Times or whatever,
oh my God,
are like,
yeah.
You could subscribe for like $30 a month.
Fuck y'all.
Fuck you.
Fuck y'all.
You can subscribe for like 10% of that price.
Yeah.
To a couple of trannies on the internet who like to talk about shit.
We like to yap and yap and yap. It's
we
true.
love yapping.
And we do it for free, but we like to be compensated at times.
If you like what we yap about and you want to give us a little more, first off, you're fucking awesome.
Hey, love you.
We love you. And you can, for $10 a month, join the Cool Kids table, where you not only get access to all the bonus episodes, but you also get access to a bonus to the bonus episodes that the $3 patrons don't get. You get Too Hot for YouTube.
Hosted on Vimeo because of self-explained title.
YouTube did not like it.
Self-explained title.
Self-explained title. But yeah, and not only do you get access to that bonus content, and also I forgot to mention, I make GIFs, like reaction GIFs, from a lot of our episodes.
Constantly.
And if I remember right, I make them available at like the $3 tier. So at the $3 tier, you're not just getting the episodes, you're also getting us making silly faces that you can use in any context you wish.
You do also post them for free a lot on Blue Sky.
But you can't download GIFs off Blue Sky.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I do it.
Ah, nifty. That's nice. That's
so
funny.
they can reverse image search and find the Patreon.
Ooh, that's really
See,
funny.
I planned this shit out. I'm being a little
really
like,
did.
Yeah, it's kind of like evil mastermind. But
I don't know
anyway,
how desirable our GIFs are, but I think it's exciting that we have an opportunity anyway.
Yeah.
I think it's exciting.
Also, I post with them all the time as reactions on Blue Sky. I'm pretty sure I get tiring doing that. I'm sorry.
Probably.
This is a guerrilla advertising campaign for our very niche podcast.
Whether you like it or not, the gifts are here.
If you want to see less of it, tell everyone you know to sign up for the Patreon. We could use some money.
For $1,000 a month, I will stop.
Well, no, I'm thinking the cost of moving. We might, let's do the math later. But anyway, if you're on the $10 tier, we will also read your name at the end of every episode. And our $10 patrons are Strawberry Love, Xanathar, Kaylee, Venus, F. Perry the Platypus, Louis Meekle, Thew Dandy, Althea Petrichor, Lady Willow, and Brooke Fern.
Thank y'all for being here. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for keeping us afloat. We love you.
We do love you. We love all of you. Especially if you pay us.
Okay, Mika's love is contingent. Mika's love is paywalled, but mine is free.
Well, yeah, obviously, you're the polyamorous one. I'm in a monogamous relationship. Obviously, I want there to be a higher barrier of entry to get my affection.
Is crazy. She said, well, my standards are higher.
No,
we'll talk about that
it's not even higher
pod.
standards.
Barrier
I just
to entry.
don't want to have to love too many people.
She backtracks. Fine, I'll accept the comparison.
Goodness. Anyway, that's pretty
pod.
much it. Like we're basically done.
Yeah.
So yeah. I guess there's nothing left to say, but
Bye.
Luigi did nothing wrong. President Xi. Look, you know what I'm going to say. American people, yearning for freedom, etc., etc., etc. You know. But it is kind of true. And also, as one last message for this episode, we need money.
Yeah, I think they got that from the long Patreon plug. But yes, genuinely true.
We really need money.
We're gonna get the fuck out of Florida. Come hell or high water.
Because we have to get out of here.
Yeah.
if you like our podcast, if you like listening to us talk, it is in the interest of your continued entertainment as you laugh at the little clowns doing their dance on your screen that you help us get money and get out of Florida.
Yeah.
Not trying to end on a bummer, but it is what it is. So, bye.